Okay, last episode we got a little personal with this world, and I think this episode we will continue on with that trend as we get a little freaky with a Mr. Flipper. Although, weird topic about, like, weird thing to note about Flipper. There's no enemy in this game called Flipper. Not even the enemy that is introduced in this level. It's like, what? Why? Exactly? But yeah, it's really a shame that, these level sets don't really get used all that often. Like, even in the later levels, which I will mention that they reuse level assets. The level sets for, I guess, jungle and desert in the revisits, the amount of levels stays the same as what we got in the first two levels, but then the level sets for water and ice/fire, it's like, oh, we didn't really get that much. Or like, it stays the same, if not, is a little less for some reason. I'm not sure if that's down to content or like just the fact that they knew that these levels weren't people's favorites, so it's like, oh, we might as well just keep these short, I guess. I suppose. Hey, onto something I mentioned at the end of last episode. I guess that's a trend of sorts. Don't be surprised if you don't see a Rayman Legends LP on my channel anytime soon, or at all, for that matter. As like, despite this game feeling like there's a bit of content, this game feels more like a fully fledged game than Rayman Legends does. It's like, yeah, Rayman Legends may have way more variety than this game will ever have, or even tried to have, but it's like, you know what, kind of feel like this game executed a lot of its things better than Legends did. Not to mention, it's like around half of Legends is just this game. It's like, what? Excuse me? It's like, I don't really know. Not to mention, there's the whole thing of like, I've replayed this game a whole bunch, but I haven't really had the, like, I haven't really had the thought of doing the same with Legends, for some reason. Although I will say that the daily challenges and the music levels, I would say those things are like worth playing Legends for, although it's like very far and few between sort of thing. Although, I would totally consider doing a Rayman Legends LP just for the daily challenges. As stupid as that seems. Like, or maybe even having a side series where I have a highlighted episode, like, once a week, where I go through those daily challenges of sorts. Daily and weekly challenges, sort of thing. So I can get like, or like, I can show off a mode of that game, sort of thing. So not to mention, like, I guess I could use that as like a chest to see of how I want to do other things. Since I've had this idea for a while now that kind of want to see how it would work, like how much I would want to, how easy it would be to keep up with it, but do a Animal Crossing LP, but do it in the way of like a weekly vlog sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like have like 7 sections of a video where each of them is like I highlighted, or like maybe even like here's like here's what I did each day in like the span of like 1 or 2 hours sort of thing. Although I guess the only problem with that is like I would need to like pretty much edit the footage I recorded that day on the same day, and doing that for like a set amount of time just like totally burn me out sort of thing. Although I guess I could just do it the next day, maybe. Although there's the whole thing of like how exactly would I do it. This sort of thing, like I'll need to definitely think about it, but like I'm interested in doing it. Not to mention I would do it for about a year, so there would be 52 episodes of Animal Crossing. Although that being said, would I want to do it as like once a week sort of thing, or like what? Maybe do it like on a Sunday sort of thing. Like have the normal 5 days a week thing, and then the next day after that have the Animal Crossing thing. Okay, thank you for holding that for me, Mr. TT. Really hate this, guys. Okay, although I will say that the screen can be surprisingly deceptive. I want to say. Would be a lot more comfortable if I had a heart, but I don't, so... Oh boy. So I guess if there's anything to like start up a non-context LTs, like no context LTs account, it would be this Let's Play. I'm sure of it. Shit. Oh yeah, right, there's no checkpoints in this. Or, I guess there's like one, but it's not for like a while. A sort of thing. Like, I mean, now I have an SD card for my Switch. I get the feeling that there's going to be a lot of practicing going on. Like, there'll be like a lot of progress, or like progress on like a lot of projects that I would want to do. Like, of course, there's Bayonetta sort of thing. I finally now have a way to play the original Yoshi's Island, so I can finally get a grasp, like, I could finally bite the bullet and play that, because, like, I like Yoshi's Woolly World, and it's pretty much the truest, oh, yeah, the truest, Yoshi's Island vibes out there, but it's like, yeah, no, we're just gonna make it playing it, like, up until they released the Nintendo Switch Online. It's like, yeah, no, we're just gonna make playing it a bitch. In fact, I was gonna say that, I would straight up get a classic SNES just for Yoshi's Island. Because that was one of the only games, that was one of the games that were released on that. But I guess now, because I have Nintendo Switch Online, it's like, oh, I guess I don't need to worry about that now. Sort of thing. Wait. Oh. Hey, Anita. This level isn't so bad, but... Ooh. What's up here? I guess that would make sense. I suppose I should probably be holding down the air button whenever I'm doing this more often. Because that gets us more height. And, to no one's surprise, you can do this. And to no one's surprise, there's death down there. Well, over there. So, this is where these levels get strict. Well, where they get hard. Since I want to say that from here on out, there's a surprising amount of, like, tech you wouldn't really know is in the game. Sort of thing. Why was the trigger there of all things? That doesn't make sense. Wait. I think he gives a lot. I want to say that was a normal amount. Please tell me there's like 3 looms I missed. Okay, cool. Yeah, like the whole popping out of the water. There's a way to get more height than normal, and even with the amount of time I placed into this game, I don't really know what it is. Just asking for trouble. Okay, no, thank you. Really do not want to do this entire level again. Just for that. Okay, on to the Mosquito level, and I think for the first time I'm actually gonna do the Mosquito level first. Since, well, I would definitely say that now is when things start getting hard. As, yeah. Also, would like to mention the music for this level before we go into it. Could very well be the source of where I got the music from. But, apparently, the music is called Fire Then Wetty, whereas the level itself is called Fire When Wetty. So, maybe they made the music before they changed the name of the level? But like, it just feels weird that it isn't that. Or maybe, alternate solution, it has a different name in other versions. Like, in the NGSC version, it's like Fire Then Wetty sort of thing. But, yeah, I apologize if I get a little bit, quiet, because, focus is of the utmost importance. Case in point, I just died. Oh boy, so I'm gonna say, like, there's a thing in this level which I'm not entirely sure about, so I guess it would be good to get my thoughts on that. To you, and yeah, they give you the free reign to kill the jellyfishes, so yeah, take solace on that when you can, because this level moves pretty fast. Just leave it at that. They really do mean Fire when Wetty. Although, I'm really curious about this. And this might just sound dumb, but like, I really do mean it, but like, is water wet? Because if it was wet, then yeah, it would. This level would be pretty much saying, "Hey, fire all the time. Just fire whenever time says a number." But like, from what I've heard, it's only the water's surface that is wet, and because you always pretty much have to react, or like interact with the water surface, you're pretty much always wet when coming in contact with water. But if it is just the water surface, then if you would say teleport into a body of water and then teleport straight back out, would you be wet after that? Like, I'm not arguing that water isn't wet, because like, either way there would be some part of the water that is wet, it's just that it's not the part of water where you would say it's water. Like, you think whenever you say water, or when you think water, sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you know what I'm saying. Because, no, I guess in that case, we would still be wet all the time. Although I guess, getting back on the music name, Fire Then Wetty would make some sense since, well, we came from the kitchen to this level, so that part would make sense, at the very least. In fact, I would even say it might be even a better name for the last episode, the last levels, yeah, Last Worlds level, not this one. Okay, so I think this is the part. Maybe just get ahead of it, maybe. There's like a plant. Okay, I guess that's how you do it. Yeah, there's a plant down there that I just never really knew how to get. And I suppose the answer is just like, stay in front of the eel, I suppose. I mean, I guess that could work. That could very well be a thing that works. Wait, can we break 400? I really don't know if you can break 400. Okay then, with that controversial topic out of the way, we have finished one of the harder levels here, or Mosquito levels. And I guess now would be time for the treasure chase level, if anything. Because I suppose that makes sense. Right? And I definitely would say that our streak of perfects may very well come to an end in the next world, because as I mentioned before, the only parts I practiced were the speedruns of this level, but after the point, I'm diving straight back into the deep end again. Okay, so this level tends to cause a few problems, and I would definitely say that it's mostly because of the way the game acts, sort of thing. So is anything over here? Oh yeah, right, the fucking piranhas. I think I did that in practice too. Yeah, the ship is back from Porto Panic, and oh boy, we need to panic. But yeah, basically, for these levels, be where you need, like, keep up the pace with the game, and you should do just fine, really. Although that being said, being able to keep up the pace during a water segment is harder than it looks, because oh boy, the stiff movement is not helping anyone. So just want to say, these glass things were breaking. It took me up until my practice save file to notice that they were wine bottles. Or what? Rum bottles? Bottles? Very not sure what to do there. Okay, is this... okay. Very easy if you know what you're doing, and you could very well hate what I'm about to do, but I think it would make for good content. But as you can see, we can very much swim in this area, and well, there's death to the right of us, and there's death below us, but there's not death above us. But I think I might as well start my outro now, of all things. This episode, we finished off the main chunk of Sea of Serendipity, and next episode we will truly finish it off with a few speedruns, getting to know the ins and outs of fast water travel. But I think next episode is when we're going to be doing that. And I think until then, that's when I'm going to see you. And yeah, I'm doing that. I'm doing that. I'm being that person right now. Boy. And you thought I was gonna leave you hanging. I'm not that big a dick. Nor do I have one. What?